talk English.
She's a freak. Or, that's totally gnarly, man. Oh, and she's such a mouth breather.
Wow, okay, that is aggressive right out of the gate.
Right, but think about it. These are lines from a show set in 1984, but Gen Z is literally quoting them, like, right now in 2025.
Yeah, they're typing them into group chats, using them on TikTok. It's everywhere.
Exactly. So today, we are doing a deep dive to decode Stranger Things English. We're going from the upside down straight to your group chat.
Which is super helpful for your listening, especially if you're trying to figure out, which of these words you can actually say out loud today.
Yeah, because we really want to pull apart this weird collision. You've got this authentic 80s American slang mixed with how modern teenagers are actually using it.
Right. The source material we have breaks this down perfectly. It shows us what's just an ironic joke now versus what is still genuinely used in modern English.
So let's jump right into the 80s language that the show really brought back. Because the writers, they packed the script with real 1980s terminology, right?
Oh, absolutely. They had to build that believable world. So you hear words like gnarly.
Oh, man, gnarly. I feel like I haven't heard that used seriously in forever.
Well, historically, it started as surfing slang, like describing a dangerous, rough wave. But in the 80s, it drifted.
Drifted how? Like it just meant something else.
Yeah, semantic drift. It started meaning just intense or even cool. So a kid in the Midwest in 1984 could call a skateboard trick gnarly.
And today, if I say something is gnarly today...
Today it sounds a bit retro. Like you could say it, but people know you're kind of playing around. Same with totally, as a huge intensifier.
Wait, that is totally awesome.
Exactly. Or radical, right? Sometimes just shortened to rad. It meant excellent.
Okay, what about groovy? Because that feels even older than the 80s.
It is. Good catch. The sources note groovy is actually a 60s and 70s word that just sort of stubbornly held on into the early 80s.
Right, along with stuff like far out for impressive or bogus for something unfair. Like, that's bogus, man.
Yeah, those are deeply tied to the era. But here's where the language gets really fascinating. The show didn't just bring back slang. It brought back 80s insults.
Yes, words like freak or dweeb or nerd.
And in 1984, those were socially devastating. If you were a dweeb or a nerd, you were totally excluded.
But today, that's completely different. Being a nerd is like a good thing now, right?
It is. And this brings up a massive vocabulary concept from the sources. Reclaiming.
Reclaiming, so taking a word back.
Exactly. It's a sociological process. A group takes an insult used against them and adopts it proudly. They strip the weapon of its power.
So in the show, the kids basically reclaim being freaks. They own it.
Yeah, they make it a badge of honor. And in the real world, nerd got reclaimed too. Gen Z uses nerd positively now.
Like putting proud tech nerd in your professional bio. Nobody would have done that in 1980s.
Exactly. But, while the show brought back those old words, its biggest impact on modern English is actually the brand new vocabulary it created.
Oh, the sci-fi stuff. This is my favorite part, because they invented these specific metaphors that people use for real life now.
Right, because Gen Z needed new words to describe a really chaotic modern world, so they took the show's original vocabulary.
Starting with the upside down, which in the show is this literal toxic parallel dimension with monsters.
But obviously nobody uses it for a literal dimension today.
No, I hear it used metaphorically all the time. Like if the dimension is just completely crazy, someone will say, we are living in the upside down.
Yes, because it instantly communicates that feeling where everything is backwards, right? Up is down, good is bad. It's a perfect metaphor.
And it's so much faster than saying, I feel like society is behaving irrationally. You just say, this timeline is the upside down.
Exactly. And they do the same thing with the monsters. Take the Demogorgon.
The huge, terrifying monster from season 1.
Right. But today, people use it for any massive, overwhelming problem. You might hear someone say, my inbox is a Demogorgon today.
Or like, I'm going full Demogorgon mode on this project, meaning they're just going to aggressively tackle it.
Yeah, it captures that heavy, scary feeling of a task. Another great one from the sources is the mind flayer.
Okay, the mind flayer. That was the monster that controlled people's minds, right? Stripped away their free will.
Yes. And today, what do you think people call mind flayers?
Oh, social media algorithms?
Ding, ding, ding. Yes, things that control your thinking or your attention. People call the algorithm a mind flayer.
That is so accurate, actually, and that connects right into the hive mind, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
Hmm.
Hive mind means a bunch of individuals acting with one single brain, no independent thought.
Which is literally every viral trend on the internet.
Exactly. When everyone on an app is repeating the exact same opinion, that's the hive mind.
Okay, but it's not all doom and gloom and monsters, right? There are some lighter insults, too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like mouth breather.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the character 11's ultimate insult.
Right. She uses it for people who are just acting stupid or rude. And you'll see this all over online forums today.
It's kind of a playful insult, though, right? It's not super aggressive.
Exactly. It's light. And then on the totally positive side, you have the quote, "Friends don't lie."
Ah, yeah. That's like the core rule of the main character's friend group.
And Gen Z quotes that as a genuine real-life principle now. It's a culturally understood boundary for friendship.
So wait, let's step back for a second. We've talked about the 80s words and the new show words. But for you listening, the most useful thing is knowing what 80s words actually survived into today normally, right?
Yes, this is crucial. We have to separate the words that sound natural today from the ones that sound like a joke.
I think of it like a vintage clothing store.
Yeah.
Some things, like a cool denim jacket you can wear today and look totally normal.
Right, they transcend their era.
But if you put on, like, neon pink leg warmers, you're clearly making a joke.
Exactly. So let's look at the denim jackets of English vocabulary. The survivors.
Words that peaked in the 80s but are still totally normal today, like saying, "no way," to express disbelief.
Yep, completely natural. Same with whatever, especially when you're being a little sarcastic.
Or duh.
Yeah.
Like if someone says something really obvious, you just say, well, duh.
Right. And verbs like chill or freak out or hang out.
I use hang out literally every day. I didn't even realize it was an 80s thing.
And that's why it's a survivor. It's perfectly integrated. Same with calling someone a weirdo.
Okay, so those are the denim jackets. What are the neon leg warmers? The ones that only work ironically now.
Well, the sources highlight a few big ones. The absolute biggest ghost is "gag me with a spoon."
Oh, wow, yeah. That is pure 1980s Valley Girl slang, meaning like, that's disgusting.
Exactly. If you say that today, you are 100% doing a bit. You cannot use that seriously.
What about grody?
Same thing. Grody make gross. It's dead.
And psych? Like when you trick someone, "I'm going to give you $1 million, psych."
Yep. Very 90s, very 80s. You only say it ironically now.
Okay, so for our listeners, stick to chill and hang out. Leave "gag me with a spoon" in the past.
Right. Which really highlights the broader pattern of how Gen Z is using all this.
How so?
Well, when a Gen Z kid says that's giving upside down energy, they aren't pretending to be from the 80s.
Oh, I get it. They're using 80s pop culture as a shared reference point.
Exactly. It's a cultural touchstone. Exactly. Okay, I think it's time we test some of this knowledge.
Yes, it is time for a quick drill. 4 rounds, lightning fast. I'll describe a situation from the sources, and you give me the right word or phrase we learned today.
Right. I am ready. Hit me.
Okay, round 1. You want to insult someone who is being dense or rude on the internet using 11's favorite phrase. What is it?
Oh, that's easy. You call them a mouth breather.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Round 2. You want a metaphor for a totally chaotic, backwards year where nothing makes sense.
That would be the upside down. Like 2020 was completely the upside down.
Spot on. Round 3. You need the authentic 80s word for something that is totally unfair.
Unfair. That's bogus.
Yes, that's bogus, man. Okay, final round. You're describing a group of people on social media who all share the exact same opinion without thinking for themselves.
That is the hive mind.
Nailed it. 4 for 4.
It's all about knowing those cultural references.
Okay, before we wrap up, let's just do a really quick vocabulary focus for you listening to lock in some of these core words.
Great idea. Let's start with gnarly. G-N-A-R-L-Y. Originally dangerous surfing waves, now just means intense or cool.
Next is bogus. B-O-G-U-S, meaning fake or unfair.
Then we have the upside down, used metaphorically to mean a timeline or situation where everything feels backwards and wrong.
And hive mind, 2 words.
Yeah?
Used to describe groupthink, especially online, where everyone acts like one single brain.
And finally, the concept of reclaiming, to take a negative word like freak or nerd and proudly own it to make it positive.
Which is honestly such a powerful way to look at how language evolves. It's not just rules in a textbook.
No, it's alive. And it's shaped by the shows we watch and the culture we share.
So we've covered everything from 1980 slang to Gen Z group chats, but we want to hear from you.
Yeah, what's your favorite Stranger Things quote? And have you ever actually used it in real life?
Drop it in the comments below. We'd love to read them.
And hey, if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss next week's deep dive.
Keep practicing, and we will see you next time.